evening, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode. And this evening, we'll be doing the preview for the 200 meters for women. Now, the 200-meter final comes up tomorrow, and we are going to take this opportunity to run through the starters list among a couple other events that are scheduled to take place. Before we go any further, remember, keep it respectful in the comment section. If you're new to Halftime TV, don't forget to smash the like button on the video and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Big shout out to everyone who's supported Halftime TV throughout the past months and weeks as we continue our coverage for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. I think it's been an action-packed day. So let's hear what your thoughts are on the events that transpired today. What's your favorite moment of the day today? What's your favorite event? Mundo Duplantis doing what Mundo Duplantis does, and I think he will go down in the history books as one of the greatest ever to do it. But tomorrow morning we have the men's repêchage round. I don't know who will be waking up, but it's 6:30. So the men's repêchage round starts at 6:30 tomorrow morning. A couple of Jamaican athletes will be in that one. We have, is it 3 heats, I believe, or 4? So we have 4 heats. We have Andrew Hudson running in heat number 4, and in heat number 2, we have Brian Lavelle, the young Jamaican, competing as well. So for those who are interested in watching something tomorrow morning, you can check out the repêchage round, which is basically a second chance for those athletes who didn't get to come to qualify automatically via the heats. Okay, so the repêchage round, 6:30 tomorrow morning. You can go out and support the Jamaicans. If none of the Jamaicans progress through the repêchage round, that will mean that we don't have any Jamaicans in the 200 meters semi-final. Okay, so none of the Jamaicans, if Brian Lavelle and Andrew Hudson both fail to qualify from the repêchage round, it means that Jamaica will not have anyone competing in the 200 meters for men in the semi-final round. Also at 1:35, we have the 400 meter semi-final. We have the 400 meter semi-final for men. Again, those interested in watching, we have Javon Powell from Jamaica, and you can support Kirani James as well, the Grenadian, who will be running from semi-final number 2. So no Jamaican outside of Javon Powell. Javon Powell runs from heat, or semi-final, I should say, I beg your pardon, semi-final number 3. Okay, so check those races out. Check those races out if you want something to watch tomorrow. Repêchage round, 200 meter, 6:30. And then we have the 400 meter semi-final at 1:35. The 400 meter hurdles semi-final for women. I think this one should give you a little bit more hope. Sydney McLaughlin, the American, is the champ in this one. And as far as Jamaicans go, we have Rochelle Clayton competing in semi-final number 1. Rochelle Clayton had an impressive first round. We have Geneva Russell in semi-final number 2, who looked impressive as well. In semi-final number 3, we have Cheyenne Salmon, who competes in semi-final number 3. So Cheyenne Salmon in semi-final number 3. In semi-final number 2, we have Geneva Russell. And in semi-final number 1, we have Rochelle Clayton. So the 400 meter hurdles for women, a little bit more hopeful from a fan's perspective if you want something to watch tomorrow. Mind you, I will not be going live tomorrow. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a reaction video for the 200 meter for women. I'll also be doing reaction videos from the semifinals as well. So those will drop as soon as the races are complete. I will not be live streaming. I will not be doing a watch along. Right. So for the 200 meters final, it kicks off at 3:40. Maybe we will be going live for that one. But Yeah, maybe we'll go live for that one since it's 3:40. But let's do a quick run through. I'm from St. Lucia. Yeah, big up the entire St. Lucia massive. Let me share my screen and we can go through the 200 meters. Let me share my screen and we'll go through the 200 meters. We're only 5 minutes in. All right, so world record Flojo, Olympic record Flojo, 21.34. You can see it there on your screen, and this is for the 200 meters. Will any of the athletes in this pack get close to the record? I don't think so personally, but we will see on the day. We have 3 Americans lining up, 2 from Great Britain, and we don't have any Jamaican. But the weight of expectation rests on the shoulders of Julien Alfred, who represents the entire Caribbean in this race. So in lane number 2, we have Mackenzie Long, 21.83, her season's best. She looked impressive. However, she qualified via one of the fastest outside the top 2. Mackenzie Long, 21.83, her season's best, which also happens to be her personal best. Again, Mackenzie Long running out of lane 2. In lane number 3, we have Jessica Dubai out of Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. 22.36 is her personal best, and again, also her season's best. Dina Asher Smith, 21.88 is her personal best, but her season's best, 22.07. She used up a whole lot of energy in that semi-final. Dina Asher Smith, will she be on the podium? I don't know. It's a tricky one. But I think based on what we've seen from Dina Asher Smith, she is not one of the main competitors, or she's not one of the main contenders for that gold medal at the Olympics. Okay, so Dina Asher Smith, 22.07. She'll need to go a whole lot faster than that. She'll need to register a season's best and then some if she's to get on the podium. Daryl Nita in lane number 5, 22.20, the fastest she's gone this season. So both the Brits lining up next to each other as far as the lane allocations go. So this is what we have as lane allocation for now. Unless there are changes, this is how it will pan out. All right. So we're waiting to see if that changes. Moving down, we have in lane number 6, Brittany Brown out of the United States, 21.90. As you notice so far, a lot of these athletes, they've registered their season's best also as their personal best. So it shows that they're having stellar seasons in their own right. So Brittany Brown, lane number 6, 21.90, season's best and personal best as well. In lane number 7, we have Gabby Thomas, or Gabrielle Thomas, out of the United States. Heavy favorite to win this one and to secure gold. So 21.78 is her season's best. However, her personal best is 21.60. Gabby Thomas, you've seen all the press surrounding her. You've read all the articles. You've heard everything so far coming into the Olympics. She's looked impressive all season. And might I add, I have her down as someone to be on, well, if not the top of the podium, in second place. But right now, as things stand, Gabby Thomas, or Gabrielle Thomas, she looks the most impressive over 200 meters this season. Not even Jamaica's Shericka Jackson, had she been here, looks as impressive as Gabby Thomas. The only thing I think, the only difference with Shericka Jackson is we know what Shericka Jackson has done in previous major championships, and that's why I think a lot of the Jamaican fans would have had Shericka Jackson as a favorite to go on to win it. But as far as this season is going, Gabby Thomas is definitely the one to beat. And if there's anyone who's going to beat her, it's going to be the young lady next to her, hype of the excitement of winning St. Lucia's first gold medal at the Olympic Games, Julien Alfred, who lines up in lane number 8. So Julien Alfred out of St. Lucia, lane number 8, she will be going up against Gabby Thomas. She's the main contender in this one to prevent Gabby Thomas from securing gold. And also, Julien has her own bit of motivation because she's also looking to secure the Olympic double. All right. right, so Julien Alfred running out of lane number 8, her season's best and her personal best 21.86. So fastest she's ever gone. She's registered that this season with 21.86. She looked impressive in the semi-final as well. And let's see if she'll be able to go one better in the finals. We've seen Gabby Thomas go real fast, and we will definitely need something exceptional from Julien Alfred if she is to beat Gabby Thomas in this 200 meters final. Ophelia, Flavor Ophelia, I think everyone knows her name by now. Household name out of Nigeria. 22.05 is her season's best, and her personal best 21.96. Ophelia was second to Julien Alfred in their semi-final. So let's see what these women come up with in the final. Jojo, watch out. Gabby Thomas. All right, not Jamaica. Julien Alfred. So big up the entire St. Lucia Massive. They're tuned in to the halftime TV show this evening. We will be doing the show for maybe 30 minutes or so to run through what we expect from the athletes. And we did a little poll a little bit earlier today. Who is the 200-meter favorite? We had almost 3,000 votes coming in. 28% saying Gabby Thomas and 64% saying Julien Alfred. 8% saying other. As far as favorites go, I think it's Gabby Thomas who's the favorite. So if Julien Alfred beats Gabby Thomas, I tell you that much, it will be considered an upset. But that's my view. Let's hear what you, the viewers and subscribers, say in the comment section. I think if Julien Alfred beats Gabby Thomas in the 200 meters final tomorrow, it will be an upset because I think Gabby Thomas is the favorite to win it. I support Gabby Thomas. Joe and Matthew, big up Michael Walker as well. Deborah, representing St. Lucia Corrupt Government. Shout out to you. We have 500 people on the live stream. Didn't plan on going live this evening, but we had to come out and say something. Well, you're be okay. All right, so we're continuing it, and we released a video a little bit earlier as well. So if you don't want to see that right now, you can check it out after this stream is done, because some major news coming out of Team Jamaica. Some major news coming out of Team Jamaica. Sharika Jackson and Shelly and Fraser Price. None of them will be competing in the 4x100 meters. So the discussions around that will continue as the week progresses. But as I said, you can check out that video. You can share your thoughts on that as well. Let's get this video up to 150 likes real quick, folks, and then we will continue our dialogue. You know how it is. Usually we try to get the videos up to 100 likes real quick, and then we continue the conversation on the races to come. So right now, let's see. We have 580 folks on the live stream. Let's ensure that we get the video to at least 200 likes. 580 on the live stream. Come on, people. We need to get the video up to at least 200 likes real quick. Julien all the way. No one surprised. I would be surprised if they showed. Yeah, it's looking bleaky right now. So 38 likes on the video. Let's get it up to 100. We have 528 on the live stream. Come on, folks. Smash the like button. Minimum effort, maximum reach. Let's get it to 100 likes real quick. As I said before, we're going to keep this one to 30 minutes. Now we have almost 600 people on here to run through the 400 meters, the 200 meters, the repêchage round. We'll go through it as well. But the main event is the 200 meters final for women. 52 likes. Come on, smash the like button. Get it up to 100. Remember, we're going to go back to the repêchage round, because if the Jamaicans don't progress from the repêchage round, that means Jamaica won't have a representative in the semifinals of the 200 meters for men. Brian Lavelle and Andrew Hudson, they'll both be competing in the repêchage round tomorrow morning at 6:30. We'll be providing some assessment of those races as well, because some big names were relegated to the repêchage round. So we'll be covering that in a second. 42 more likes to 100, 520 folks on the live stream. Come on. I think you should be able to do it. You should be able to do it. Minimum effort, really. Minimum effort. All right. So we're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. So while you folks, while you like the video and all of that fun stuff, let's get some things going in the background. All right, so keep on liking the video, folks. Keep on liking the video while we, let me see if I can, so cancel that. Condition. All right, Alfred better run and make sure dip, because the dipper do it and now Denise. Arl John saying the non-appearance of US athletics at the 100-meter interview was shameful. But folks, St. Lucia all the way. Yeah, big up the entire St. Lucia, massive. With sports, it's about who executes best, who can be a crowd favorite on the day, not execute to the best of your ability. Kevon Francis, leg power is unmatched for Julien Alfred. Video, please. Juju, by God's grace. All right, so tomorrow we will be having the 200 meters final for women, and the starters are on your screen there. As we said, this is a preview. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Davia. Good evening, Jiang Jing. Good evening, Gilbertha, Charles, and Naldo Hobson. Good evening as well. So 500, almost 600 people on the live stream. Come on, let's show this video some love. Let's get it up to 100 likes, and then we will run through the other couple of races. We went through the 200 meters already, and we will be going through it again. So from lane number 2, we have Mackenzie Long. And before we even go into the lane allocations, overall, as you can see, there are 3 Americans lined up to compete. We have Gabrielle Thomas, we have Brittany Brown, and Mackenzie Long, who progressed as one of the fastest outside of the top 2. We have Jessica Gabby out of Ivory Coast. She runs out of lane number 3. Dina Asher-Smith lines up next to her countrywoman, Darian Nita. And then we have Brittany Brown and Gabby Thomas in lane 6 and lane 7, respectively. In lane number 8, we have Julien Alfred, in my opinion, the only person in this race who can prevent Gabby Thomas from winning the gold medal. And in lane number 9, we have Flavor of Feely. So Favor of Feely in lane number 9. American Star was destroyed in 100 meters by St. Lucia. No Jamaican. So we've said it before. We claim 0.3% off. 0.30% of Julien Alfred. We claim her. 3 years she spent in Jamaica. We will continue saying that on this live stream. So she's all ours. All right, so let's go over to the votes. We have 57 votes in. Have you liked this video as yet? 64% saying yes, 36% saying no. What's stopping you, folks? Go ahead and get it done right now. We're gonna do a quick run through Eastern time. Eastern time is 3:40 tomorrow, right? So 3:40 for the 200 meters final for women. So 200 meters final for women, 3:40 tomorrow afternoon. Let me kind of do a little bit of a backtrack, and then we're gonna, because I think there are a lot of folks who want to see what's happening for the Jamaicans tomorrow. So let's do a full overview of what is to come. So first and foremost, most importantly, tomorrow is Independence Day for Jamaica. So hopefully we can get some good news from the events in Paris, because trust me, it's been more bad news than good news since the start of these Olympic Games. More bad news than good news. More bad news than good news since the start of these Olympic Games. So the 200 meters final, see there? Shakari is still a star. I always love her. Yep, true. I'm trying to pull up the events for tomorrow. It's 4:08 in Paris now. Trying to pull up the events for tomorrow morning. So as soon as we pull up the events for tomorrow morning, we'll do a quick run through. Today is what, August 5, so tomorrow is August 6. So action starts tomorrow morning at 3 with volleyball. We have diving at 4. We have Unite Wisdom competing for Jamaica in the diving. So the 3-meter springboard, the diving, Unite Wisdom competing for Jamaica. So for those interested in diving, you can get up a little bit early tomorrow to support Wisdom as he makes his last dive at the Olympics. So after this Olympics, he will not be back. Unite Wisdom competes at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Don't forget to dip. Yeah, most important thing, dip through the finish line. Dip through the finish line. And don't dip too early too. Because if you dip too early, might not end so well as we've seen in the 100 meters. Don't dip too early. Don't dip too early. Save that dip. Save that dip for as long as you possibly can. And then when you feel the time is right, hope, faith meets judgment, and then you dip. Right? Okay. So, 6:30 tomorrow morning, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, the 200-meter men's repêchage round. Let's do a quick run through of that. We're at 97 likes on the live stream, so we'll do a run through of the 200-meter repêchage round, and then we will go back to the 200 meters for women before we call it an evening. It's some minutes after 10 already, so I don't plan on keeping you guys too late this evening. So Chikna Traore in repêchage heat number 1, Andre Macic out of Czech Republic in lane number 4. In lane number 5, we have Moment Thaler out of Switzerland. In lane number 6, we have Chudi Onwuzurki from Nigeria in lane number 6. Shota Izuka out of Japan in lane number 7. And Aldo Petorozzi in lane number 8 represents Italy. See there, you can look at the season's best over here and gauge how fast the athletes have been. Chudi Onwuzuriki has been very quick and has managed to put 20.13 on the board. So we'll keep an eye on that to see what comes of it. Remember, from the repêchage round, they'll be taking the first in each heat and the next 2 fastest times. So you need to win it, and if you don't win it, you need to at least register fastest race of your life. And for some, they're going to need just that. One example, Brian Lavelle. So Cesar Almiron in lane number 3, and this is repêchage heat number 2. So Brendan Rodney, the Canadian, in lane number 4. Brian Lavelle, the Jamaican, 20 years of age, making his Olympic debut He runs out of lane number 5. And as a matter of fact, he's the fastest among these athletes if we were to go by personal and season's best. So he's registered 19.97 so far this season. As I said, if there is any chance of the athletes progressing, you need to run the race of your life. And Brian Lavelle has had one of those so far this season. Let's see if he can replicate. Koki Uyema from Japan in lane number 6. In lane number 7, we have Caleb Law representing Australia, and Pablo Mateo representing France runs out of lane number 8. The first person to cross the finish line in each heat, plus the next 2 fastest times, will progress through to the semi-final round. So heat number 3, we have Albert Komanski out of Poland, Akwasi Afrifa out of Israel, Aaron Brown, the Canadian, runs out to lane number 4. In lane number 5, we have William Reyes representing Switzerland, Hang Chun Yang out of Taipei runs out of lane number 6. In lane number 7, Ryan Zizi, who barely missed out on his round. In lane number 8, we have Edward Kubelik representing Czech Republic. As I said, Ryan Zizi barely missed out on the first round there on a place that would send him through automatically. In heat number 4, and this is the repêchage round, folks, the first person to cross the finish line, so the winner of each heat and the next 2 fastest times, will progress through to the semi-final round. So the final of the repêchage round, Thomas Nemec, Czech Republic, Benjamin Richardson, South Africa, he runs out of lane number 4. Felix Svensson out of Switzerland in lane number 5. Eric Erlandson out of Sweden in lane number 6. Andrew Hudson out of Jamaica in lane number 7. And Ian Kerr out of the Bahamas runs in lane number 8. So Andrew Hudson, Benjamin Richardson, Ian Kerr, all representing the Caribbean. Well, Benjamin Richardson representing Africa, but Andrew Hudson and Ian Kerr, both representing the Caribbean, will be looking to make their way through to the semi-final round. So let's hear what your thoughts are in the comment section, folks. We've already surpassed that 100 likes that we were talking about, and we're gonna do. They should run the repêchage round. They still won't make it to the finals. Won't be need one of them for the 4x1 relay. Civil is injured. What's the update on him? We haven't heard anything more on Civil, but I think we had someone in reserve. It was Jelani Walker in reserve to compete in the 4x1. But Brian Lavelle can definitely compete in the 100 meters. Very good over 100 meters as well. So if needed, I'm sure Brian Lavelle should be able to step in the 4x1. But haven't gotten to see that video, you can check it out. The update on Jamaica's 4x100 meter team for women. So Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price and Sharika Jackson, they're both withdrawn from the 4x100 meter team. They may very well have left Paris already, but we'll wait on the update on that. All right, so let's go back to the 200 meters final again for women. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. I told you we'd do a quick overview from the repêchage round. Better yet, I want to speak about the semi-final as well, the 400 meter hurdles semi-final for women, because we have a couple of Jamaican athletes who are lining up there, and I know tomorrow is going to be a long day. Record holder Sydney McLaughlin, Olympic record holder Sydney McLaughlin, and you can see the times there on your screen. So we're going to scroll down. There are 3 semifinals. Now, semifinal number 1, we have Naomi van der Broek out of Belgium, Shana Grebo out of France, Amalie Uel out of Norway, Rochelle Clayton, who looked quite impressive, I must say, in her first round. She runs out of lane number 5. Lena Nielsen out of Great Britain runs out of lane number 6. Jasmine Jones in lane number 7. Zini Gelden, who's out of South Africa, runs out of lane number 8. And Kathleen Peters out of the Netherlands runs out of lane number 9. So Rochelle Clayton, one of the fastest, actually the fastest in this spot, but one of the fastest this year over the distance, and we expect her to be near the podium, if not on it, come the finals. In semi-final number 2, we have Anna Rizkova out of Ukraine. We have Ayomide Folorunso out of Italy, Louise Maraval out of France, Regale Joseph out of South Africa, Genevieve Russell, the Jamaican, who runs next to Sydney McLaughlin, who I think is the person to beat. Personally, I think unbeatable. She's just incredible over the distance. Sydney McLaughlin runs out the lane number 7. In lane number 8, we have Binta Diallo out of Portugal. And in lane number 9, Han Klaus out of Belgium. So Sydney McLaughlin to win semi-final number 2. Rochelle Clayton, the Jamaican, to win semi-final number 1, in my opinion. In semi-final number 3, we have Alana Yukic out of Australia, Jiadi Mo out of China, Jessie Knight runs out of lane number 3. She represents Great Britain. Savannah Sutherland in lane number 4 represents the Canadian. Cheyenne Salmon in lane number 5 represents Jamaica. Femke Bull, lane number 6, and definitely a main contender for that gold medal place. If there's anyone who can compete with Sydney McLaughlin, it is Femke Bull over the distance. So Femke Bull, keep an eye on her, as she's one of those who's expected to go all the way. She will be competing. It will be neck and neck between herself and Sydney McLaughlin. So hopefully we get the opportunity to cover the race, because it promises to be a spectacle. Representing Morocco, Noura Enadi, she runs out of lane number 8. And in lane number 9, we have Pauline Koukout representing Belgium. All right, so neck and neck. Don't be close. Sydney is in her own league. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Femke Bull, top athlete, as I said, but Sydney McLaughlin, as someone said, in a league by herself. If there's anyone to compete with Sydney McLaughlin, it is Femke Bull. All right, so Genevieve Russell out of Jamaica, we have her getting on the podium. But I think as far as favorites go, we know who those are. The 200-meter final for women, the starters, again, are as follows. Mackenzie Long out of the United States runs out the lane number 2. She qualified as one of the fastest outside the top 2. We have Jessica Gabby out of Ivory Coast in lane number 3. Dina Asher-Smith, Great Britain, lane number 4, with a season's best of 22.07. 22.07 won't get you near the podium. Dina Asher-Smith, you're going to need to go way faster than that based on the field that you have in front of you. So in lane number 5, we have Daryl Nita with 22.20, her season's best. Brittany Brown coming out of the United States, 21.90. Gabby Thomas, 21.78. Both those athletes will be looking to make it 1-2 for the United States of America. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, Julien Alfred with the entire Caribbean on her shoulders, as she represents so many nations who are looking on to see her do well in this one. 21.86 is her season's best. And if there's anyone to beat Gabby Thomas to that gold medal, it is Julien Alfred. Will she secure the Olympic double? Let's see. Let's wait and see. But this may very well be her best opportunity to do so. Favor Ofili representing Nigeria, 22.05, her season's best, as she finished behind Julien Alfred in their semi-final round. So let's hear it from the viewers and subscribers. What are your thoughts? Who do you have? Which lane is Alfred in? Let me add it back to the screen. I think we were sharing the screen a little bit earlier, but it came off, but no worries. All right, so those are the lane allocations, folks. Those are the lane allocations for now. Unless anything changes, that's what the lane allocations will be. We have Mackenzie Long in lane number 2, Favor Ofili in lane number 9, Jessica Gabby in lane number 3, in lane number 8, Julien Alfred, in lane number 4, Dina Asher-Smith, and in lane number 7, Gabby Thomas, in lane number 5, Daryl Nita, And in lane number 6, Brittany Brown. Season's best, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 8 athletes yet to dip below 22 seconds. But then we have the likes of Mackenzie Long, Brittany Brown, Gabby Thomas, and Julien Alfred are showing what they can do with the 200 meters. Those athletes go through so much, it's not easy for them. All right, so there you have it, folks. I'm going to turn it over to you now, and we'll continue the conversation in the comment section. Who do you have winning the 200 meters for women? Who do you have coming in second? Who do you have coming in third? What's your predictions for 1, 2, 3 in the 200 meters for women? Also, if you get the opportunity to watch the 400-meter hurdles, the semifinal, please go ahead and check it out right now. Well, not right now, but please check it out tomorrow. The athletes will need your support. So if you get the opportunity to watch the 400-meter hurdles for women, please check it out tomorrow, even on your lunch break or whatnot. If you get the chance to squeeze in a one look, go ahead and check it out, because I think that race will be an exceptional race. It will be one of the better races tomorrow. Well, it'll be 3 of the better races. 400-meter hurdles. I know Sydney McLaughlin, she is head and shoulders above the rest most times, but I think this time around there'll be more competition in it. So check out the 400-meter hurdles for women. The repêchage round for men, we have 2 Jamaicans in there. We have Andrew Hudson as well as Brian Lavelle, so you can check that out as well. So 6:30 tomorrow morning, repêchage round for the 200 meters. Brian Lavelle and Andrew Hudson will be competing. Go ahead and give them some support. Someone mentioned a little bit earlier, 3 Jamaicans competing in the discus, I think, or shot put. I think they said, I think it's discus. So go ahead and support the Jamaicans. So far, Jamaica has gotten 3 medals at these Olympic Games. 2 of the medals have come in field events, and the silver medal that we saw from Kishane Thompson in the track event. So 1 medal in track, 2 medals in the field. As of now, people are concerned that Jamaica won't even make it to 5 medals. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I hope it gets better. Well, I can't imagine it actually getting any worse, with Shelley and Fraser Price, Sharika Jackson pulling out of the 4x100 meters, as well as so much other things that have gone wrong at these Olympic Games. And I don't want to jinx it, but I can't imagine it getting any worse. So big shout out everyone who's tuned into Halftime TV. Big shout out everyone who supported. We want to hear what your predictions are. We have the starters on our screen now. So Mackenzie Long, Jessica Goodbye, Dina Asher Smith, Daryl Nita round out the lane number 5. Brittany Brown is next to her countrywoman Gabby Thomas. But Julien Alfred will want a say in this conversation when it comes down to medals. And as a matter of fact, she is now motivated more than ever on the back of that victory in the 100 meters. Favor of Felix representing Nigeria. So we have 2 Africans, 2 Americans, 2 from Great Britain, 3 Americans, and 1 representing the Caribbean. So 3 Americans, 2 Africans, 1 from the Caribbean, and 2 from Great Britain. Let's see. Julien Alfred, or hopes are that you will come out victorious, but we're banking on you. Everyone is hoping that Julien Alfred gets the business done on the day. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, Gabrielle Thomas is the favorite. So if Julien Alfred beats Gabby Thomas, it will be an upset. But I know that Julien Alfred will want to get on the podium, will want to leave these Olympic Games with 2 medals, a gold, preferably 2 golds. But if not 2 golds, I know she'll settle for silver in the 200 meters. But let's see. Tomorrow, we have a big race on our hands, and I expect all the Halftime TV viewers and subscribers to be supporting Julien Alfred or Gabby Thomas or whomever it is that is your horse in this race. Go out and support. The athletes need your support more than ever. But I'll leave it at that for tonight. Remember, like, share, subscribe. New to Halftime TV, don't forget, turn the notifications on. That means as soon as we click go live, you are notified. All right, enjoy what's left of your evening and have a fantabulous week. As I said, we will be doing short reaction videos tomorrow to the 200 meters. We won't be live streaming because of prior obligations. So look out for that reaction video as soon as the race is completed. Okay, peace out.